What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sanchez 405. Welcome back to On the Warpath. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted to the channel. I've got the stuff going in my head right now, but it's all good. But y'all, it's Washington football Q&A, and how better do we do this than to bring on my good sparring partner, Nati, the CEO of the DMV Sports Zone. Nati, brother, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I got my Cowboys logo. If your brain is on drugs, Redskins logo. This is your brain shirt on. So I'm fully prepared. I'm fully prepared for this battle tonight. Thank you for having me on. And
yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody in the chat that's already in it right now.
Yes, absolutely. Seeing Duck is in here. Our boy Manny is up in here, and Casper Hill as well. And you all who are watching on Twitter, I see the pod father Kyle has liked the tweet, and Josh Taylor as well of Burgundy Network. Shout out to those cats as well. But excuse me, it is a play. Dev Hardy up in the house, and AM Hunter as well too. How you guys doing? Glad to be up in here, y'all. I will tell you at the end of this, we are finally going to do the giveaway. So if you need to get the link and you want to fill it out, it is going to be pinned in the conversation. You have to log on to YouTube to get the pinned conversation. So it is now pinned up there, but we'll do this towards the end as well. So, and Nati, you too, if you want to sign up for it, you can. Make sure you do it. But we'll dive into this real quick. And I want to start on a bit of a somber note, and I haven't done this before, but we've had a friend of the program here, Chris Bryan, who's one of the hog farmers. His father passed away, and I want to send my condolences out to him. And that was I think a week or so ago. So shout out to him, his family, and prayers for their healing during this tough time. And also Dan Snyder lost his mother as well. Arlette Snyder, Jerry's wife, as we knew her as, because that was his dad's name was Jerry. So our thoughts and prayers go out to both of those families, and also Jeff, hog farmer Jeff as well. He lost his brother. So prayers go out to those fellas as well. And we'll get started here, and shout out to Gunny man, my man, Paulie up in the house. LeBranthony, where's LeBranthony Haney at with you then? No fake boys, what's up as well? So we're gonna dive right into this, Nati. And I don't know if you saw the clip from Michael Silver's podcast, and we'll start with Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder said, or Stephanie Rivera is claiming that Dan Snyder, when they were out there in the Bahamas sipping on their little cocktails and their foo-foo drinks, that they were that he admits that he made some mistakes. Now, this has not come out publicly, like he's never said this, but what do you think? What were your first initial thoughts when you heard this, and do you think it could have been said a little bit better, or were they using the Riveras as a messenger?
I mean, it's about time that he admitted to his mistakes.
Right.
I mean, this is what, year 22 in his tenure as the owner
of
this Washington franchise.
It can drink and smoke in all states now. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, now, after the tumultuous year that he's had, obviously with the Beth Wilkinson thing that came out, I don't even know what you want to call that. And obviously the name change and everything that came out, I feel like now, I guess, for him, might be the best time to just say, I screwed up in a lot of areas. But I mean, us fans knew this all along and stuff. Yes. So I don't think this really does much for us and doesn't really do much for him as well. But at least he admitted to, I don't know, causing some chaos for this organization for the last 20 plus years.
I agree with you 110%. Excuse me if I'm eating. I know it doesn't look like I missed a meal, but I got to catch up on my meals as well. But I think you brought up a good point there, that this is obvious, but it would be better to hear it from the horse's mouth. I think personal responsibility is key. Shout out to Patrick West. What's up, my friend? How you doing? And there still seems to be the dodging of that, and even you kind of expand on it. I really haven't gotten your thoughts on it, but the Beth Wilkinson investigation. I said this before. I said the Shield never loses. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Who thought that? I thought this was a stand-up comedians write their acts out, even though it's all verbal, but they still have there's a transcript of it. You mean to tell me that this reputable lawyer, although she's got that crazy husband who used to be on NBC and Meet the Press, but you mean to tell me that you did not request more of that? And even being the business that she's in, she wouldn't say, hey, we should do this way. I feel like this is going to serve you all better. So yeah, what did you think? You kind of broke it down for me a little bit, but dive a little bit deeper in there for me.
Yeah, I mean, we waited almost a year for that report to come out, only to find that there was a $10 million fine on Dan Snyder, which was for him is just, I mean, it's nothing. He's a billionaire owner. It's pocket change for him. Really won't leave a dent in his pocketbook, but and then, I mean, people think that Dan Snyder is getting suspended from his ownership, but really it's just him wanting to give it up to his wife for a period of time. Then ultimately he comes back and takes over the mantle, right? So I really think that he's gone unscathed throughout this whole situation, which I think is very unfair for all the women out there who, you know, filed those allegations or made those allegations against him. And I mean, really told their stories, right? Were very vulnerable in telling their stories and all for nothing, really. We're going to be honest at this point. So I think it was all a bunch of nothing, unfortunately. And at least now we can move on as an organization. But again, like for Dan Snyder, time in, time out, this guy is just never punished for the wrongdoings that he commits in this organization. I think, you know, I mean, we could say is leading this organization in the right direction. You can say we got the right players to lead us in the right direction, but at the same time, I mean, when we have Dan Snyder up there as owner, this team is always going to be mirrored in controversy. I think that's the unfortunate outcome of this whole situation.
Yeah, I will kind of double down and play devil's advocate for you. I think that's more than a $10 million fine, to be honest with you. I think if you think about the name change, the people who he's had to hire and fire, the severance and packages you probably had to do, hiring Julie Donaldson, Jason Wright, the complete overhaul, and probably whatever you had to pay in this firm to do all these focus groups and everything like that to change the team's name. I think that's also not being seen. And then double or nothing right there. Like I said, he's the Shield. He is part of the Shield. Robert Kraft, nothing happened to him. Nothing really happened to him. He got slapped on the wrist, right? And there are videotapes of this out there. Dan Snyder, you can say he really wasn't there. There's not any videotapes towards it. We know that they can't put Jim Irsay on the field because he might think that's a line of coke in between the 20 inside the red zone. He might think that's a red line or something like that. It just goes to show you, they said they protect the Shield. The Shield is the owners. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is unfortunate, but I think as a fan, I was breathing a sigh of relief. And as terrible as that sounds, I was just like, oh, thank God they didn't take a draft pick. Oh, thank God. And that's,
I'm not gonna lie, that was my thought too.
That's exactly what it's like. And I had to tell, what do I tell to my fiance, right? Who's like, oh, well, honey, this is a football team. And I'm just glad they didn't get, but yeah, there should be ramifications. So we're kind of on that we're on that, that slippery slope right there of should we feel good for that? I feel refreshingly dirty after that, if that makes sense.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
I just think I agree with you. I'm glad that they didn't take a draft pick because I think that would harm, the current current people that are in place in the front office, they're actually doing good things for us. So I think that would have probably been a little bit too much. But I think finding Dan Snyder as much as you want, I think would have been the right play. Suspending him, like actually suspending him and not just making him suspend himself would have also been the right play. But yeah, taking away the draft pick, I agree with you. I was kind of worried that was going to happen, but obviously it did not.
Yeah. Hassan, what's up, man? LC, how you doing, brother? Casper Hill says he's protected by the shield. All the owners, that's it. It's like a brotherhood who protect their own. Shaking my head. The first lady of On the Warpath, Anna, is up in here. Hi, sweetie. LC's agreeing with me. Door Gunner, Corey, the other Corey, the original Corey, is up in here. Brian Harding as well, big supporter. Don't really want Dan seen or heard from for a while. His wife has all the keys now, almost like Hillary and Bill Clinton fan. Oh, there's a moratorium.
Who's the Monica though?
Every woman that's been in there probably. But and Castro said, but I'm happy he's taking a step back and allowing the right people to run our team. Now we're headed in the right direction. Hopefully we get a quarterback, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Ron's Red Wolves players get suspended for petty stuff, but owners on the other hand, yes, that's right. Could you imagine if that was if Dan Snyder was Dan Sherman or Richard Snyder or whatever, and was going to bust down doors and everything? That would have been interesting. Little Danny boy got away with one. Now fall back, stay away, and let the great personnel handle it. That's right, A.M. Hunter. And the franchise is Monica. Yes, but we'll get to some of those comments later. And so we're going to dive into the franchise. And you and I, we have disagreed for this, and we will always disagree on this. Brandon Scherff is
the best offensive lineman on this team.
You're gonna let me finish. You gonna let me finish. You gonna let me
yes,
finish?
I will. I just wanted to add that for all the people out there who might have forgotten from watching your content. I was gonna give you
your time. I was gonna give you your time. I'm gonna give you your time. Reclaiming my time. I'm Maxine. Get me a ratty wig. I'm Maxine Waters right now. Anyway, Brandon Scherff and the Washington football team could not come to an agreement on a long-term deal. Brandon will be 30 at the end of this year, oft injured, but he's made it to multiple Pro Bowls, and he backed into an All-Pro selection last year. Don't make me get my notes out on that one, because I will burn you at the stakes like this will be Salem up in here. Don't do this to me. But your thoughts on them not being able to do this? I will give the crucible to you, sir. And what are your thoughts on Brandon Scherff and the Washington football team not agreeing on a long-term deal?
I've agreed with almost everything that Ron Rivera and co has done up until this point. But with Brandon Scherff, it's going to be a whole Trent Williams situation once again. We're going to let go of our best offensive lineman for a bag of chips. People out there think, third round compensatory pick, that's something. But when you talk about Brandon Scherff, this guy isn't your average offensive lineman, right? He isn't a Morgan Moses. He is Brandon Scherff. He's an all-pro right guard for this team. And although Corey loves to say that he backed his way into becoming an all-pro.
He did.
You can't become an all-pro without being very talented, without producing on the field. And Brandon Scherff has done that for the last couple of years. You also have to consider that he has the record, right? It's not like a 1 year thing where he just bursted onto the scene. He's been doing it for several years. Like I said, he's been the best offensive lineman since Trent Williams has been gone from this team. And I think, again, I'm one of those people. I know people keep saying, move on. Trent Williams is no longer a member of this team. I'm still pissed to this day that we let him go, really, for a third round pick.
Yeah, for
a fifth round pick.
But that pick turned into it came out pretty good.
Corey, to be honest, I don't care. This is Trent Williams. We should have got a first round pick at least for Trent Williams, even with his age history. Come on, man. It was between him and Bakhtiari, like as the best left tackle in the league for a good 3-4 years. Tyron Smith for a good bit as well, but he was even more injury prone than Trent Williams. But yeah, I just think Brandon Scherff, It's gonna be tough, man. I think they did do a good job of getting Eric Flowers right through a
Yeah.
trade. And ultimately they also have Wes Schweitzer as well, City Charles. We don't know what we have out of him yet, but we think we have something there. So I think we have some good insurance policies, but there is only one Brandon Scherff, and unless you want to re-sign him to a long-term deal, I think this offensive line is gonna be hurt in the next couple of years if we don't re-sign him.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Paulie over here, Gunny Man. Y'all can hear Paulie every day on the Team 980. He's calling in to Reese. He's calling in to my boy our boy Travis. We had to set him straight as he flip flops worse than Bill Clinton when he didn't have relations. Don't tell him I said that, Paulie. But thank you for the super chat, brother. NFL didn't take a pick because it didn't give Washington competitive advantage on the field. I got you. That's fair enough. Let's see here. AM Hunter's laughing to the Hardaway way. What's up, fellas? What's up, Franklin? How you doing? LOL. We fitting to have a debate 3 minutes each. Yeah, we are. Where's Barbara Walters at, or somebody, or Lester Holt? Ron's pretty good at bouncing players, and he's definitely back. Oh, shoot, sorry, Gunner. Definitely backed in. He's an excellent right guard, but he is an all-pro. Yes, there you go. He's an above average guard. Brandon's been a little okay. LC, come on now. I like this. Nati, he backpedaled. Brandon Shore, what's up to you? I can't spell tonight. What did we offer him for a contract? Probably nothing that he didn't think he's over ready.
I'm not saying he's not greedy. I see that comment there. I'm not saying he.
We're going to Asheville this weekend, so we might next weekend, so we might be able to go into Roof Christmas there. Brandon trying to be greedy. I think it's kind of interesting because Tony, he kind of did a reply to me on the video, and my thoughts on that was the fact that one, Brandon Scherff, he said nobody's going to want to trade for Brandon Scherff. I said, I think this was a fault of the franchise. You got to get something out of him. You're not going to get anything out of him. But now something happens where, like you said, Aaron Rodgers isn't happy. And I'm just saying this. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I could see a package deal where you send Ryan Fitzpatrick, Brandon Scherff, maybe a pick or two, maybe even John Allen, and you get Aaron Rodgers to Washington. Would that be comp enough for you? And that now we're just poking in the woods with this. We're not saying this is something that I'm not saying I want this to happen. But I mean, Nati, you got to think about this. Brandon Scherff is that old hoopty that looks good, that your daddy puts all this oil and stuff on, it makes it look good, but the damn thing couldn't get you halfway down to the gas station and back home. That's what Brandon Scherff is. Brandon Scherff averages about 3 games missed per season. The reason why he was an all-pro last year, and you can go look it up, there was nobody on the all-pro offensive list that did not make the playoffs last year. Nobody. That's why he made it. He was on a playoff team. He was. And the only reason why, because he wasn't even, and you like stats, right? Let's go somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Pro Football Focus. He wasn't even the highest rated right guard in Pro Football Focus.
Whoa. I like stats, but you just brought up Pro Football Focus.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, you like these analytics and everything. Pro Football Focus didn't even have him as the number 1 right guard. It was that kid from Cleveland that went to Liberty up there in Warrenton. I can't think of what his name is.
Was it Treader or Batonio?
I think it was Treader. It was Treader. It's Treader. Yeah, he's from Virginia. So, and that was just his bust out year, and he was the second team All Pro. So he was backing up Scherff pretty much. So that's my argument to that, is that I think Brandon, while he is good, I think he's backed into this. And on a good year, you've got Zach Martin. I hate bringing up Dallas Cowboys. I'm mad at myself for even saying that. And Zach Martin missed more games and played at right tackle as well too last year. So he backed in there like an Amazon truck coming to the post office, man.
Okay, so I get it. I get your argument. It's a valid one. But what I'm trying to say is that Brandon Scherff has clearly been our best offensive lineman the last couple of years. And I think if we let him go, really off the heels of letting Trent Williams go last year, offensive line is going to be hurting. And I think a lot of fans need to realize that. Obviously, we did get Samuel Cosme. Okay, he's a pretty good tackle. He's still pretty raw, but I think we see good things out of him in the future. Sadiq Charles, we don't know what we have out of him.
Wait a minute, hold on. Time out real quick.
Yeah.
Did you say we don't know what we're going to have out of Samuel Cosme, right?
Right now.
We could have fixed that already if we hadn't let go of the true best offensive lineman.
Oh my gosh, Corey!
Because hey, and I'm gonna turn this around
the
on
one
you.
that got cut and didn't get signed for a good couple of weeks after he got cut.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this: Morgan Moses has played without Brandon Scherff. Brandon Scherff has never played without Morgan Moses.
Really trying to
hello, is this thing working? Come on, I mean, Nati, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Hello?
I think the reason why they cut Morgan Moses, on top of, the injury history that he's had in previous years, obviously he arguably had his best year last year. I'll give you that. But I think the real reason why they cut him was really just a salary cap move. They knew they were going to have to re-sign all their guys on the defensive line. Jonathan Allen is up for a huge contract coming up, and I think a lot of people are underestimating how big of a contract this will actually be for him because this guy is a legit stud. And then even on your point before about making that trade, I wouldn't make that trade. I would give up Daron Payne instead of Jonathan Allen. I think a lot of people, again, I mean, I am a stats guy, but I think a lot of people pay too much attention to this. What? Yes, I'd rather give up Daron Payne than Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen is a blue chip player. We have a couple of blue chip players on the team.
Jonathan Allen is the fourth best. Jonathan Allen is the fourth best interior lineman on our team. He's the fourth best interior lineman on our team.
Oh my! Oh no, Corey! Oh
the
no!
The only reason why Jonathan Allen is going to put and I'm going to say that the only reason why Jonathan Allen is because he speaks good. He's got that leadership quality. On a good day sometimes, man.
Oh, Corey.
I'm on a good day.
Last year, Jonathan Allen was one of the best defensive linemen in this entire league. The stats don't show it.
Daron Payne was too. He's pretty good.
Not as good as Jonathan Allen.
He's on. Oh, so do we want to go to Pro Football Focus on there?
I mean, we can if you want to.
You want to? I'm just saying, like Daron Payne, he showed up right now. I'm just saying now. I like Jonathan Allen. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'm a Jonathan Allen fan, but I think that we have so many blue chip players as defensive tackles, right?
Well, Corey, okay. Since we're on this topic of blue chip players, name your blue chip players on this team right now. Let's see what our definition of
so blue chip. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go, of course, Chase Young.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go Montez.
Okay.
I'll go Ioannidis as well.
Nope. A blue chip player? He's solid, but he's not a blue chip player. He might be by the end of the season, but he's not a blue chip player right now.
Oh, come on now, dude.
Blue chip player has to be one of the best players at their position in the entire league.
Ioannidis can be that, but he's hurt. He can
but
be.
He hasn't been. But he hasn't been yet.
You see what he does. Okay, now you talk about the stats and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not things not being on the paper. I mean, he's bulldozed guards. He's bulldozed guards, bro.
He's not a blue chip, though.
Okay.
He's not a blue chip. Think of a blue chip like a potential superstar in this league.
Okay.
I know he won't be a superstar.
Is he a red chip? He's a red chip. He's a red chip. How about that? We'll give him a red chip. Okay, we'll give him a red chip. He's okay. So he's above. He's slightly above average. We'll give you. I'll did that. What's up, Jared? What's up, Chris? How you doing? We going to end up losing Payne. This is DC Bay, the Florida man. If you ever see anything about Florida men in the newspaper. It's probably Baden probably did it. So we should have let Brandon hit the market and place that second round 10 y'all. Yeah, you and I have talked about that, Bay. Not to you, buddy, bugging. Matt is definitely the best best offensive line, and Deron, then John. I would say, let's see here. Corey, you have to understand. Oh, no, don't do that. See, thanks. No, stop that. Don't be that. Alexander said, I cannot read. PFF loves John Allen. So does Nati. I think he subscribes to PFF. We better not lose faith. See, I agree with you. I agree with you on there too, Chris. I think Payne is more important than John Allen is. I think from a leadership standpoint, you can't match his leadership. I'm going to give you that. I will give you that. He's a good leader.
I wish we could do a film breakdown live on this.
Okay.
Now it's true that Jonathan Allen is clearly the better defensive lineman right now. Deron Payne might get there.
Thank you for the super chat, by the way, Alexander. Appreciate you. But no, I just we're in a good problem. We have a good problem though. Like, we got Ioannidis, Payne, Settle, and Allen. That's a damn good problem to have. A damn good problem to have. You got purple chips all over the place because they're mixed with blue and red. Purple's royalty. So there we go. So you say this. Who's your blue chip player on offense? Do you have one?
Right now, Terry and Brandon. Those are probably the two blue chip players.
You are 50% right on that. Terry McLaurin, I will agree with you on that.
My.
Nati, take that Bears hat.
It's not a Bears hat.
That's a Cincinnati Reds hat. Oh. It looks like Cincinnati Reds. Anyway, so that one. Who won that round? Y'all put it up in the comments. Who won that round? Deron is too young, too talented, and last time I checked, John Allen did nothing in the playoffs. What in the world? He got locked up and he couldn't beat the double team. Lord have mercy, y'all. These damn.
Gosh, bro.
He's at the heart. And you can single him. No, sir. Deron has top 3%. Woo, okay. There we go. Reds suck. Pretty good at playing over with them. Deron balled out in the playoffs. True. Bad problem. Thank you for the super chat again, Alexander Wilson. Bad problem. Landon Collins' contract. Loser. The Nats. Yeah, the Nats are on fire right now. But anyway, we'll move on from Brandon Scherff because we ain't gonna get this. Warpath, give Nati the Macho Man Randy. I know, right? Redskins 007, appreciate you as well for the super chat. The best part of our defense is Jack Del Rios. Cheers. I'll drink to that. Paulie 1. Yes, that cancer cockiness. That's that cancer cockiness coming at you, Paulie. But we'll move on from that subject because y'all know Nati and I, we're going to argue about everything under the sun. So I will go ahead and ask you this then, and I've asked this to a couple of people. Who will be your biggest surprise this year on this roster that was on the roster last year? Who's going to be the biggest surprise?
I'll answer that question first, though, Jairus. I mean, I know this is your chat, Corey, but Jairus, I feel like I got to talk about this.
What's
2
up?
sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 QB hit. Again, Deron Payne is a solid player. He's a very good player. He could potentially be a star in this league. But Jonathan Allen does all the dirty work, and I think a lot of fans don't really appreciate that. I feel like I don't know, his brother or something standing up for him.
Yeah, you are.
But no, I'm not. But
not
he does
Allen
all the dirty
here.
work that a lot of fans don't really appreciate because they don't watch the film. They don't see the film breakdowns. But if you were to see the film breakdowns, you would see that this man's is literally the heart of this defense. Obviously, you have a Chase Young who's a superstar, right? And you have Montez Sweat on the other side. But Jonathan Allen does all the dirty work on that defensive line. I promise you, this organization appreciates this guy. That's a big reason why they're potentially going to give him $16, $17, $18 million a year. They're not doing that just because, he's an average defensive lineman or he's at Deron Payne's level. I bet you he's going to get a bigger contract than Deron Payne. Okay, moving off of that.
Okay, anyway,
Surprise
so
player.
hey, but I will tell you this: according to Pro Football Focus, your boy Jonathan Allen, 18, Deron Payne at 38, and then Tim Settle was at 44. If you look at that as well, the defensive grade came out at 78.4, and Deron was at 70.6. Tim Settle right behind him at 69.3. Good number for Tim right there. And let's see, he had a good pass rate and a decent coverage. So I mean, you got top 44 defensive interior linemen. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
That's a good problem. That's a damn good problem to have.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think John Allen, as far as talent goes, I think he could be the third on a good day. I think he can be third, and then sometimes I think he's fourth. But he does a good day. Nati, when I'm saying this, bro, that's not a bad thing. When you've got when you've got some great interior defensive linemen, that's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
4 is not bad in this situation. Because really, you got these guys on the rotation. So it's like picking your poison.
Corey, let me put it this way.
Go ahead.
If the organization thought he was the fourth best defensive lineman or third best defensive lineman at best on this team, they would not be paying him $17, $18 million a year, which they're about to. So I think you got to, again, I just think a lot of fans out there do not appreciate Jonathan Allen enough. They don't appreciate Brandon Scherff enough. Obviously, though, Brandon Scherff, he's been injury prone. So I'll give you that, right?
Yeah.
I saw the trade-off. I'll give you that.
I'll take that.
But Jonathan Allen, he's been consistent. He's a leader on this defense, and again, I think this organization appreciates that, and they're going to pay him.
Can we agree on this?
Yeah,
I would pay. I'd pay John Allen before I'd pay Brandon Scherff.
I would pay Brandon Scherff because you have all those defensive linemen. Like you said, this is part of your argument, and I agree with you.
I'm trying to agree with you on something. Never mind. Okay, we go. T-Ho says, thank you for super chat, brother. If we release Landon Collins, we are hitting dead cap or the cap hit for next year. I think we'd get a hat there. LOL, I don't want Landon on this team. I'm so adamant on getting him out of here. I would do the same thing, man. Deron can get 20. Ooh, okay. There's Arthur.
Not going to.
Corey's favorite player. Hey, you got to watch my video. I did some good things for you, Heineke, on there. Giving him 17 million is a mistake. I'll give him 16. $1 million. That ain't nothing. I'm paying $14 million. That's what loser to Wizards fan says. We don't need Scherff plus he's an all-pro guard. LOL. Okay.
Best offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Chase Roulier will go in there. Anyway, who's going to be your biggest surprise this year?
Biggest surprise, probably. And you said it has to be a player that was on the roster last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go with Cole Holcomb. I think a lot of the attention right now. Yeah, I think a lot of the attention right now is on Damon Davis, rightfully so. First round stud that we got this year. A lot of attention is on the defensive line. Chase Young, I think he's going to progress very nicely this year. And Montez Sweat is also as well. Also have Cam Curl back there. You got Landon Collins. I don't know when he's going to come back. Might be back by week 1. We'll see. But I think Cole Holcomb, I just think everything is set up for him to have a very, very good season this year. And I'm even forgetting William Jackson, right? So our secondary is pretty solid. Our defensive line is pretty solid. We got Damon Davis, right, to complement Cole Holcomb. I just think Cole Holcomb, because of the pieces around him, also because of his talent, because of the fact that we've been waiting for a breakout out of him the last couple of years, I think he's going to have a very good season. And I think he's getting slept on, not just among fans here in DC, but also around the league.
Okay, all right. And
I do worry about his coverage, but I think it'll be better.
Oh God, coverage. Yeah, we can't cover. Maybe we get John Bostic out there. I say, who will be the biggest surprise? Who will be the biggest? I put that twice in my notes. I can't believe that. Who will be most improved? That's where I wanted to ask you. Who's going to be the most improved?
You just slid that John Bostic line as if It was nothing. Most improved player, I will probably say, yeah, I agree. I agree with Tone here. Khaleke Hudson. I think he's also going to be really solid for us this year. Um, Again, I mean, it's sort of the same reasons with Cole Holcomb. You have a very solid secondary. You have a very solid defensive line. You have all the pieces around you to be successful. You have some talent that we saw a lot of good things out of him towards the tail end of last year, especially on special teams. I think Khaleke Hudson could potentially get a starting linebacker spot this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed over John Bostic. And will very much solidify our linebacker core this
Let
year.
that man live his life. Why you keep on doing that to John Boston, bro?
You just said John Bostic.
Let me anyway, we've got a super chat here. Shout out to Redskin 007. Thank you, my friend. Matt Ioannidis will live up to his legend. Cheers. I'll drink to that too. Let's see. We got the man himself coming off of the interview with Julie Donaldson as well. And he came off of his first 1-star on the podcast, Rambling About Washington podcast. My boy, Rio Robinson. Rio says, so talk me out of my 11-win prediction before I go bet my life on it. Hey, you got to find some way to pay for them season tickets, brother. But do you think let's go. He's opened up a new world for us. I think the over-under for Washington this year is 8.5 games?
Mm-hmm.
Is Rio crazy?
I don't think he's crazy. If everything goes right for this team, I think he potentially win 11 games. But something that we need to consider is that, yes, we had a top 5 defense last year, right? We'll also have to consider, I mean, I hate to say this, but the teams, again, that we were facing last year, a lot of the teams that we were facing, had injuries all across the board. Obviously, it helps to stomp on the Cowboys twice last year, a Cowboys team that did not have Dak Prescott. But other than that, outside the division, I believe we were very poor last year, and this year we have an even stronger schedule. So I'll say 11 wins can be tough. And also, I mean, I think we're going to agree on this, but Ryan Fitzpatrick, do we really think he's going to get 11 wins for this team? I mean, Sure, he did get 10 wins for the Jets a couple years ago.
Yeah, yes, I think.
And we are playing a 17-game schedule now, so.
Yeah, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to do great. I think he's going to win 11 games. He's going to throw for 4,200 yards, 30 touchdowns, maybe 6 picks. He's going to win MVP this year. I mean, it's going to be great. Did I cover all your bases there?
Yep.
So now that I have taken my keyboard off of cap locks, let's dive back into it. I think 11 is kind of high. I really do, just because of who you play at home. The linebacking core is a question on defense. I don't think this defense, and I was talking to a buddy earlier today, will this red zone defense be as great as it was last year? And there's also some concerns with Ryan Fitzpatrick in the red zone. His completion rating was 48.5% inside the 20. And it got better inside the 10. He was 50-50 there. He threw the most he's tied for the most interceptions in the red zone. Russell Wilson was on that list too, which I thought was very interesting, but he threw like 29 touchdowns in the red zone. But you're on Nick Mullins is on that list. Danny Jones, Andy Dalton was on there as well too, and Teddy Two Gloves. Mm-hmm. So that's the company that we're running amok with. I get that he's had some improvements, and I don't want him to fail. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to fail, but I cannot get it out of my head of what I've seen from this guy in the past. Yep. Now this offense will be improved. Don't like get it twisted. It's going to be a whole lot better than what it was under Alex Smith. Only reason why is he's got 2 functional legs. He's going to force the ball downfield. But we're going to see now these Fitzpatrick lovers. Now these Fitzpatricks, they're going to be like, oh well, when he throws an interception, when he forces the ball downfield, it's like, why did he make that throw? This is Ryan Fitzpatrick, y'all. That's just what he is. Now, with that being said, he will get. I can guarantee. This is where you might want to take this, Rio. I wouldn't bet on the win total. I will bet on the fact that if that's something in Vegas you can do, will Ryan Fitzpatrick get benched during the season? I think you got a better shot of winning that one. Anyway, Hudson. So no, please, no John Bostic. Let me see here. Oh Lord, we got a lot of comments. Let's see. But yeah, I don't think you touched on the most improved. Did you say your most improved? Did you say with Khaleke Hudson?
Khaleke Hudson, yep.
Okay, Khaleke Hudson. Okay. Kendall Fuller will finally play his rightful position and slide and become an all-pro. Says Wright. KJ Wright. Could see yes. KJ Wright. Bostic. Let's see. Shout out to Micro Mike, brother. I'm thinking about you, Mike. Praying for you, brother. Bostic old expectations for Spanish Jesus. What expectations? We're third down at when you need him. Apke most improved.
If he even makes the roster.
Nationals up 12-0. I want everyone in here to know that Benjamin St. Goat will be the second coming of Richard Sherman. I hope not. I hope he just don't go busting down his in-laws' doors and everything. That's all. Get that brother some help. Let's see here. Boston top 10 linebacker. Why would we cut him for? Oh, okay. Taylor Heineke. Let's see here. We know that. We need to trade Scherff now before he breaks down during the season. I agree with you, A.M. Hunter, but people like Nati, people like Nati, they're like, we gotta hold on to him. Yeah. What's up, Derek? How you doing, brother? But we gotta ride Gibby there. That's another question I'm gonna ask you as I'm getting ready to. So y'all know next. Here's a spoiler alert. The next position review is running back. Who backs up Antonio Gibson? And what I mean by that is, like, who backs him up? Who is your runner? Like, we get J.D. McKissick. He's more of a pass-catching back, and we'll see his numbers go down because you've got more targets there. Ain't going to be Peyton Barber. Does Jared Patterson make that plunge? Who do you think? Because let's be honest, Jonathan Williams, Lamar Miller, they ain't no way in the world. They ain't no way in the world they're making this team. But what do you think?
That's kind of sad too, because Lamar Miller, I think a lot of people forget, he was a 1,000-yard runner. He was super talented, very speedy. I mean, the ideal situation for me would be for Jared Patterson to take over and to be that running back too for us. But I just think they're gonna, I don't know, they're gonna try out McKissick once again and hope for the best. Honestly, though, I agree with you. They should probably go for a guy who's like a pure runner. I don't like. I mean, you know this. I don't like Peyton Barber whatsoever, but I see that, he always falls for, and he's a great goal line back, and I think he has a place on this team. I just think as a running back too, as a guy, you trot out there in case Antonio Gibson gets hurt, right? Like I think we should improve at the position. There is a guy like Le'Veon Bell still out there. I know he's not troublemaker, but like his attitude might rub people the wrong way. I get that, but I feel like there are some good replacements, some RB2s potentially in the free agency period that we could potentially get. But I think they're going to stand pat and they're going to go with McKissick once again. Don't necessarily like it because I think McKissick is more so a pass catching back, but I think he's going to be the RB2 when all is said and done.
Cruising, one of my favorite Giants fans. Get ready to get swept again. Big Blue owns Washington football team. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. We will dibble into that in September. I'm not dealing with that, but he's absolutely right. They own us.
They're dangerous.
Well,
they're dangerous.
No, they don't really own us. We kind of bailed them out last year. Like, we bailed them out. We can say that we lost. Like, I ain't gonna take that away from them. They beat us, but we literally put y'all on life. Like, y'all were on the food line. Y'all were in the Bowery up in New York somewhere, and y'all was looking for bread and soup and water. We gave it to you when we went for two. We say, here's two for your money. And then we went out there, quarterless, winless there. But thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. Talking sports with Manny, Jairus. Yeah, subscribe to all these guys and subscribe to my boy Nati. Him and the big they got four. It's four of y'all now too. Four. You got four on it. You, Evan Johnson, Abdul is on there too, and then your homeboy who's been on there with you before, Noah. I was gonna say Nathan for some reason, but I was like, it's Noah. It's Noah. I wouldn't say Noah. Don't tell. Yeah. Hope he's not listening. But you guys got some cool things coming up here. Talk about. Give me a little bit. Give us a little dabbling of that too.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me tell people out there what we have on. On Thursday, we actually have a live stream, the next edition of the Washington Football live stream with Ed Oliver and Louis T coming
Lord
on.
Have mercy.
So,
get
y'all hard
look.
hitters that I know you're very familiar with and have had on the channel and stuff. So should be a fun one. But no, I'm on this channel. I want to shout you out, bro, because you're putting out great content consistently, and I think if you haven't subbed up Corey already, make sure to do so.
I appreciate that, brother. This is this is fun. Like, we do this all the time. I see Hawk got a super chat. Patterson can be our Ray Rice. Thought on that. As long as he's hard hitting on the field, that's all that and I'm never making like of this situation. I really, I think he looks the part, and I hope he can do that, because Antonio Gibson is going to need that. He's going to need that help though, man, for real. But thank you for the super chat, Derek. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Washington Warpath should be the name. Yeah. LOL. JD. That's easy. Yeah, I think maybe I understood what I asked before about that. Like, I'm talking about who's going to be your runner. I get JD's going to be the backup. Don't get me wrong there. But who's going to be your short yardage back? Is it going to be Peyton? And shout out Tim too. That's Tim's been on here too. That's Chris and him do the podcast every day. John Lester, no, just hit a no doubter to.
Wow, that's when you know things are going right.
Good God, old man John Lester. Okay, am I down here on the? No problem. Just stating facts. Let's see. We need average quarterbacks to beat Daniel Jones. We haven't beaten them in 3 seasons. I will call them the New York Giants. He hasn't been calling it on radio and stuff. He's been calling them the New York Smurfs and everything. He calls them the cow turds as well. So I'm going to call him out on that. Capital punishment, Nati. And let's see here. Nati, I hope the Nats will crush the Marlins 20-0. No, we need to say some of them runs, man. Thoughts on the Buffalo Bills? They're pretty good. And I'd rather lose to the Giants twice than to the Cowgirls once. I'd rather beat all of them. John Lister. Oh yeah, I hate this thing. Washington Football Pods represent. Yeah, and if y'all follow WFT News on Twitter, you can get all of us Washington content creators, podcasters, YouTubers. There's a big list being built on there. So shout out to them. Shout out to Tim. That's what I said. Go out there and check him out. He's been doing a lot of these NBA streams. So check out Tim as well. That is where I'm going to wrap this up at. And then we're going to do the drawing as well, too. So if y'all haven't signed up, you still got time to do it. So Nati going to be on here with me as well, too, while we do this. What's up, Roger? How you doing, brother? What do you think the new name is going to be? What do you want the name to be on for Washington? Like, what was his name? Are you a Washington football fan? Like Red Bulls? What are you doing, Nati? What's in the head of yours, bro?
I've changed my mind so many times on this topic. At this point, I think I'm on the Red Bulls bandwagon. I think it just I feel like you're not gonna appease everyone. I think we can all agree that
it's going to suck.
You're not going to appease everyone. Yeah, so might as well go with a name that's actually going to attract a fan base, a younger fan base that you've been losing, for the last couple of years because of the fact that you've been losing so much on the field and off the field. So I feel like just try to attract the young fans and get them onto, the Washington football bandwagon and go from there. So I think Red Wolves would probably be my leading pick. I do like Washington Football Club over Wasp football team. I know that's like a minor tweak, but like, I mean, if we're not going to go with any Native American imagery in our new name and stuff, I feel what you prefer team over club?
It's not a soccer club. It's not a soccer team. That's what you do for soccer.
But it just rolls off the tongue better, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like no.
Yeah.
No. That's terrible, man.
How is that worse than Wasp football team?
Yeah, I'd rather take Washington football team than Washington football club. Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna wear scarves in the middle of September. Team. It's a team. It's not a club. It's a team. It's not a club. I mean, you do that.
Team is
you save that
there on the field, but like there's more to the organization than the team, right? Like the team is what you put on the field.
No name.
I get team. Like. Also, I don't think we're considering this enough. But if DC, there's a real possibility within the next couple of years that DC does become a state. Well, what are we gonna do then? Like, are we gonna go with DC, like whatever, DC Red Wolves, DC, I don't know, football team? Like, I don't think that's being talked about enough.
Let's see. That could be a good one right there. I don't know. At the end of the day, honestly, I'm not like. I don't know, man. I like Red Wolves. I like Wolves more than anything. I like Wolves. I'd rather be the Wolves. I like that. I think everybody could get around that howling at the end of the day. And then, I mean, Cowboys, they were talking. Fred Smoot, yeah, shout out to Big Doug. If you guys don't sub up to him and watch it, he had Fred Smoot on there. And Fred Smoot laid down this Wolves thing like, I mean, it was very, very good. He made a very compelling point for that. So I liked what Smoot had to say there about, Cowboys are supposed to protect from the wolves and everything coming out to attack the cattle. That's perfect for us. I like it, man. I like it. I like that, man. So let's see here. I'm almost done with getting everybody's name on here. So
so Corey, you think
yes, sir.
You think Matt Stafford is a
see, I know you're gonna do this. You trifling. See, you trifling. He is middle of the pack.
Huh.
He's middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack?
Yeah, he's middle of the pack.
15-ish?
Yeah. Yeah, 50 13, 14, somewhere around there. Yes. Is that okay?
So the quarterback that threw for 4,084 yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 picks, has had a 20 or worse ranked defense in 11 out of the last 16 seasons.
How many times did Peyton Manning have terrible defenses? Huh? And he was
not
winning.
Not as many as Matt Stafford.
They had some pretty damn bad defenses.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm a Peyton Manning fan. He's the reason why I started loving football. But like, he did not have as many bad defenses as Matt Stafford over the last couple of years.
Bro, don't do this. You're better than that. You're better than that, Nati.
It's facts. Also, I didn't even bring up the fact that his running backs over the last couple of years have been a washed-up Adrian Peterson, Javid Best, Amir Abdullah.
Yep.
I mean, arguably his best running back over the last 10 years has been the guy who's next up there in Detroit right now, the second-round pick that they had, DeAndre Swift.
Here we go.
But I mean, he only had it for a year.
I'll ask you this. Up until this year and until he got Gronk, name me the elite players that Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with the first time around on offense.
That's Tom Brady, though. He's the
no.
We're not comparing Tom Brady and Matt Stafford.
Still quarterback. No. He's still quarterback, though.
No.
Still quarterback.
You can't compare anybody to Tom Brady, bro. Like, you just can't. Like,
and Matt Stafford had one of the best targets in the NFL, right? He had Calvin Johnson, one of the best in NFL history.
Retired early. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he got tired of probably dealing with Matt Stafford. But
Or he got tired of dealing with Detroit, just like Matt Stafford has gotten tired of dealing with Detroit, and he forced his way out pretty much.
Anyway, Matt Stafford, come on now. And you're a Derek Carr apologist too.
I'm not an apologist. I'm more of a Matt Stafford apologist, if we're going to be honest. But Derek Carr, again, 4,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 picks. You got to respect him. He's not a top 10 quarterback. But, I mean, if Washington were interested in Derek Carr, I mean, I think our team would get better. And I think it would get very, very good, very better, if that makes sense. Potentially being a Super Bowl contender. I know you might not think that way, but I do.
Oh, I know you do. That's your problem now. Are you kidding me? This daggone thing. Let me see here. One more thing, y'all, and then we'll get this party started, I think. Hold on, let's see. What's good? Lamarck, what's up, brother? How you doing? Elite player was their kicker. They won by I mean, Matt Stafford and Donkey Kong Sue. Yeah. Really? Washington Wild used the old flavor. They're not gonna do that though. Wash Legacy. They're not gonna do that, man. On the Warpath, what's up? What's up, Santiago? How you doing, brother? It's been a minute. Been a minute since we've seen everybody. Everybody's been up in hiding lately. I like the red pandas. Just oh my gosh, Spider Monkey. I'm so tired of the whole name thing. What's up, Roger Smith? Zulu Tribe 36 says the Washington representatives. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Anything politics, I'll leave it. I'll leave it at all. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see here. We use this one instead? Perfect. Okay, here we go. So we got 3 prizes we're going to give away, right? So let's see here. Boom. And I got this circle. I can just go ahead and get this taken care of. The DC Django. See, now you know you're wrong there, Paula. I know you're done. Okay, so I got everybody. It's closed out now because I don't think I got anybody else. I'm refreshing it one last time. 12 people entered, 11 people entered because there was a test one from Anna in here, and I'm not going to. Anna can't win. So let's see here. Share the screen. What's up, Nadia? How you doing? The Juice Alert. Packers fitting to beat Washington this year. Is he a Packers fan? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He used to worry about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he does. He does. He needs to worry about Jordan Love. What's love got to do with it? Okay. All right. So can y'all see this? So we're going to start this up. So the first 2 that I have on here is for the $25 gift card. I think I said 25. Well, yeah, I said 25. Did I say 25? Yeah, I said 25. Okay. We're saying 25. I don't remember. Okay. $25 gift cards for these 2 people. So the first person on the list is we're going to play this thing. We're going to run it. First person is going to be Joe. I don't know who Joe is. Who is Joe? Joe wins a $25 gift card to the NFL shop. The DC Dogs by Tyrone Williams. Patrick says he's playing Tekken. So, Joe, you're the first one there. Now, y'all know if y'all won this before, I'd prefer you guys not to do it again, but let's see here. I'm going to see who Joe is. Is this Joe who won before last time? I think so. No fake boys. Well, he added on there. So Joe wins $25 gift card. And let's go with the second let's go second time around. You were close, Juan. Let's see who wins this time. T-Ho wins a $25 gift card to the NFL shop. So let's see here. T-Ho and Joe have won. So this time, I'm going to spin it 3 times, and this is for the jersey. Now, if you won before, you can't win again on this circle thing. So that means T-Ho and Joe, they're out of luck. So let's get you guys out of here. And Joe. And boom. Boom. Okay. So here we go. Here's 1. Uh-oh, that was Merrill. Try it again. No, you didn't win. 2. That was Troxel. Ooh, that was a tie. Who was that? That was Montez. That was third down right there. And here is the winner. And it circles back to Merrill. OG Merrill's going to win that. So Merrill wins the jersey. So Merrill, get with me on that, and I'll get you a jersey of your choosing picked out and everything. So you close it. So Joe, T-Ho, and Merrill are the 2K subscriber winners. Merrill gets the grand prize of a jersey. And he's not even in here, but I will let him know that he won. And yeah, so that's what we do here. Y'all know. So we're going to wait next time and we're going to go to 3,000 subscribers. So yeah, third down. I'll get with you. I got your email. I'll email that out. I'll email those out tonight to you guys. So I got your email. So I'll send those out to you. Oh no, third down didn't win anything. It's not conspiracy. Stop. It was close, bro. It was close, man. I tell you what. If you email me third down and anybody else who's on here who remembers, email me your shirt size who's on that list, and I will send you out a On the Warpath t-shirt. How about that? So everybody wins. If you're on here, but you got to let me know by midnight. Sanchez, you had LC. That's how we do it, bro. That's how I do it. I appreciate y'all. Like, I'm not here because of me. I'm here because of y'all, because y'all like coming back and y'all like listening to the stupid stuff I say. So I appreciate that. And we have people on here like Nati. I appreciate it. I do have our first national media guest is coming on tomorrow. I will have a sit down interview with him, and yes, I will give you a hint. It's Yahoo Sports, and it's probably not who you're thinking. Nati might know, but I appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'll message you. I got your email address, man. Santiago said, I want my your shirt autograph. I don't know about who, Santiago, but Nati's got one of those shirts. He's got one of those shirts. Yeah. We got to send, we send him out one. But yeah, I appreciate you, Nati, coming on here. A little bit of debate, a little bit of banter. I will wrap this up with one thing. Thoughts on the Wizards and the hiring of Wes Unseld Jr. I'll give you that as we kind of get ready to break down here for tonight.
Yeah, I talked about it on my channel. I think it's a great hire. For me, it was between him and Sam Cassell. Ultimately, they got one of the two guys that I thought were the best candidates out there, and I'm happy for it. Obviously, he has ties to his organization, both through his father, who's the greatest Bullets player of all time, and then also, I mean, a lot of people forget this. He was an assistant coach here and also a scout for the Wizards, so he does have a lot of connections. He's a defensive-minded coach, which we need. Bradley Beal was quoted earlier this year saying we couldn't stop even a parked car. It just tells you how bad this Wizards defense has been the last couple of years. So thankful that he's here in DC, and welcome back to the welcome home to the Unseld.
Yes, welcome home to West Sunset. I just thought that why did you have to take this is like driving Miss Daisy. And when in the scene, I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, when Morgan Freeman's driving to the Piggly Wiggly and said, Miss Daisy, it's over yonder. She said, I know which way to go to the Piggly Wiggly. This is Tommy Shepard driving Mr. Tommy. That's it. That's pretty much what it is there. And Tommy Shepard should be fired. He's garbage. But anyway,
already?
Yeah, he needs to be gone. Shout out to Third Down, man. Keep up the great work. Can't wait till preseason to see Spanish Jesus sling that thing. Yes. And the first live of the year will be August 12th. That's right. We're doing preseason this year, boys and girls. We'll be here Thursday, August 12th. I will have the video out for running backs either tonight or tomorrow morning. And then my interview with our special guest, we're going to talk a lot about wide receivers in that one. So it's going to be interesting to see what that is, because this guy's got his own methodology on. You know exactly who it is, don't you?
I knew it was like when you said it. Like,
you know exactly. Sure, yeah, you definitely know who it is now. Yes. Let's just say you can catch it, and there's a perception. It just depends on all the reception there too. So we will have him. I will have him on as well. DC base he reaches lit. So I'm gonna make a deal with y'all, and I've been talking about this for a while. I have never gotten a tattoo in my life. If we hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of December, I will get a forearm tattoo of On the Warpath. I will get it right here.
Sub him up.
If we get 5,000, I know it ain't gonna happen. So I know that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do anything to hinder that. But if we do, I am going to do it. I will do it. I will live stream it and squirm and everything. I will get On the Warpath. I'll get that logo right here. Shout out to Spanish Jesus again for the super chat. I will get that. Not the script now. I ain't getting the big. I'm not getting the logo now, but I will get it right here on one of these arms. So y'all make sure if y'all want to see this and watch me squirm, because I'm gonna squirm like a Bama on this. So yeah. But anyway, y'all tell your friends about me and everything right there. If I get my nephew on your show, you got to get those subs easy. Hey man, anything it is, but you know. He talk about the Rams. Is he gonna get traded to Washington anytime soon? So we'll talk to anybody though. Shout out to you, Nati, again. Go subscribe to him. All these guys, appreciate you guys. This has been a fun one. Adrian Walker just did it, so make me one. Okay, just did it, so make me one. Okay. Gotcha. Anyway, appreciate y'all coming in. All the new subscribers and everything. Be out on the lookout for everything. Nati will have. Everybody needs to go over to Nati's channel on Thursday at what time?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be the most epic thing that you will see on YouTube in a while. You've got Nati on there. You've got Louis T, the Dean of Washington content creators on YouTube. And then you have Mr. Wizards himself, Ed Oliver. So make sure you shout out. And shout out to Ed Oliver as well. Made an announcement that he is going to be the co-host. He's going to be a co-host on the Locked On Wizards podcast. So he kind of makes him like a colleague of Chris Russell, because he does Locked On Washington football. So that's going to be interesting too. But no, I mean, Ed is going to do great at that. I can't wait for him to be talking to Wes Unseld. Maybe he might get Ernie on there, and Gilbert Arenas, all them, Ed. But as always, y'all, I love you. Appreciate everything y'all doing to help this channel grow. As my friend Travis Thomas calls me, I'm slapping tables. Corey, don't forget to slap a table. Keep that same energy. Outlast the bastards. Love, peace, and hail. Until next time, I'll talk to you real soon. And we are out.